Funny.
She's
Hey,
sun
Mara.
right now by the sun here.
Hey, Mara. Everybody.
Hello.
Good morning.
Tissue morning.
So Moira, where are you?
I'm back in Western New York.
You are, okay.
Yeah, she only gave us
Wow.
a week.
Oh, back and forth so fast. That's a long way to go for a week.
Yeah, no, we've done it for weekends, but my daughter is living out at the house, and with her dad being a physician, she really didn't want us around too much,
Mm-hmm.
just in case.
Yeah.
So it will be a weird summer. I don't think I'm going back till August.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
I know,
That's a jip.
I know.
Especially if it's your place.
You know, it was
You're too
quite
nice.
obviously though, since she's been there since like March 9th, I think she said she arrived there. It's her place, and we were intruding on her space.
Oh, boy.
I'll have to
Pay
reclaim it
rent?
next summer.
Oh, that's too bad.
Michael and I got the memo about the blue shirts, and none of the rest of you like read it.
I can go change real quick.
great.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. I think it's 7. Yeah. So I am going to read something to you. And it's from the book called Heart Intelligence. Being heart connected with your feelings provides the activating ingredients in prayer and meditation. We all have felt the obvious difference between genuine appreciation and counterfeit appreciation. When appreciation is not genuine, it's not real. It's no more effective than a store mannequin trying to appreciate window shoppers. For instance, when blessing our food, we know the difference when we are heart connected or when we are mechanically repeating a memorized prayer. When prayers and meditations run split screens with other preoccupations, this doesn't raise our vibration, and we usually end up with wasted time filled with unfocused mind traffic. Many spiritual cultures agree that inner stillness creates an energetic environment for supporting our advancing consciousness, which can unleash the transformational power of our love. When our mind finally lets go, inner stillness is where we land. From there, we can reset and upgrade the experience of our life. The earlier we learn the value of inner stillness, the less we need to experience the firmer ways life nudges us into considering higher choices for personal peace and happiness. We often hear ourselves and others say, if I had more foresight, I would have handled that situation differently. Stillness is a primary source for increasing our foresight and discernment. Inner stillness is a place that our heart can speak without the mind running it off the road. In order to be still and know, you know that famous saying, be still and know that I am God. In order to be still and know, we first have to be still enough to listen. So close your eyes right now and do nothing else but still yourself. That means still your mind. Quiet yourself so much that you have not a thought. Not even the thought of, hey, it worked, I quieted myself. Maintaining that quiet as you lower your chin and let your head hang. And move your head and neck in a half circle. Right into a full rotation. Reverse direction. Then look from side to side. Bring your head back, tilt your head to one side and move it forward and back. Go to the other side. And bring your head back on your shoulders and roll your shoulders back. And now from here, come right into table pose. Do some of your spinal waves. Come into extended table. Start to move forward and back. Move slowly. So when you are in your extended table and you move back to your child's pose, make sure you can get a stretch underneath your arms, right in your armpits, right into the pecs, right into the triceps. You feel that because your hands are reaching forward. And the next time you come into your cobra, stay here and begin to move a little from side to side. Turning your head. If you turn your head to the right, you bring your right shoulder back a little bit. Left elbow drops or bends a little bit. And then bring it back towards your child's pose. Curl your toes. Lift your hips up. So raise your heels up, bend your knees, and reach your torso towards your legs, lengthening the spine. And then start to lower your heels and keep the integrity in your spine. And then roll forward into your plank. Align your neck with the rest of your spine. And then pull back into your down dog. Lower your knees. Come into your child's pose. Come on into Sphinx pose. Take the forearms down. Lower the hips. Bring the elbows right underneath the shoulders. And isometrically pull your forearms towards your hips. Reaching your chest forward. And then release down by taking your elbows wide and just coming down. Totally releasing to the floor. Now, if your head is not already in this position, turn your head to the right. So your face is facing to the right. You're on the left side of your face is on the mat. Reach through the back of your neck. And then go to the other side. Turn your face to the other side. And lengthen, extend. And then bring your forehead straight down. Bring your hands to the outsides of your chest. Lift up into a cobra. And lower all the way back down. Inhale into a cobra. See if you can straighten your arms. Exhale back down. You're moving very slowly. Open it up again. Breathing the entire time. As you come up again, keep your elbows squeezing in towards your torso. And exhaling back down. The next time you come up, I want you to lift first without pressing into your hands. And then when you can lift no more, keep pressing into your hands and come into that full cobra. Elbows staying nice and tight. And then lower back down. Do 2 more of those. Lifting first. Use the back muscles, not the arm muscles. And then when you come up again, curl your toes, come into your down dog. Start to walk your feet slowly forward, just halfway up the mat. You're in between a real sharp down dog and a forward bend, a long forward bend. Bend and straighten your knees. Then walk your hands back to your feet and hang. If when you are in a forward bend, you cannot let the head hang down, bend your knees a little more and see if that allows you to go deeper. So that you can totally relax the neck. Now start to straighten the legs again, and then soften them, and then straighten, soften, moving very slowly. Next time you straighten the legs, inhale and come up halfway. Exhaling, release back down. Take it up again halfway. And release it. Take it up all the way this time. Keep the arms up overhead. Standing tall, keep the arms lifting, reaching up, looking up. Reach through the right fingertips and the left fingertips. Do it again, right side, left side. Now both sets of hands reaching up, and release your arms back down, looking forward. Take your right leg, lift it up, the knee in front of you, and you're going to circle your femur in your hip. Feel free to use a wall.
Thank you. Then post.
And go to the other leg. And set it down. Standing in Tadasana, take your feet shoulder width apart. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale all the way down. Take the arms wide, inhaling all the way up. Palms together overhead. Bring the hands to the heart and come into a forward bend once again. Release the hands down. Inhale, coming up, bringing the hands to the heart. Just reversing what you just did, coming up all the way. Standing up tall, reaching the fingertips straight up. Taking the arms wide, forward bending all the way down. Come all the way back up. Arms up overhead. This time you're going to take the arms forward as you go into your forward bend. Inhale the arms forward as you come all the way up. And then release your arms to your sides. Turn sideways on your mat if you're not already. Take your feet wide. Bring your right foot out. Let's come into Warrior Two. Hands on the hips. So from here, take a look at that knee right over the heel, not buckling in towards the left. And float your arms out. Come into a reverse warrior. Looking up at those fingertips. And now from here, come back to your Warrior Two. This time what we're going to do is we're going to slide to the right a little bit. Torso slides to the right, arms move to the right, then come into your reverse warrior again. Take your left arm behind your lower back. Back to your Warrior Two. Slide again towards that bent knee. Reverse warrior. Other arm behind your back. Back into Warrior Two. Right into your Parshvottanasana. You can either have the arms straight up or you can reach it towards the top of your mat. So you're creating a straight line from the outside edge of that back foot to the fingertips of the arm that's raised up. Come into reverse warrior. Into triangle, straighten the legs, slide your torso to the right side, lower that right arm and raise the left. Create a straight line with the arms. Straighten that front leg a little bit more. Go a little deeper without moving toward in the direction of your chest. Move in the direction of your extended front leg. Lift your sternum. Come on back up. Straight leg. Turn that foot in. Take your hands to your hips. Turn the other foot out. Warrior two legs. Float the arms. Reverse your warrior. Look up. A right arm behind your lower back. Back into warrior two. Now slide to your left a little bit and come back into your reverse warrior. Right arm behind your lower back. So the left arm is raised up. Right arm is behind your lower back. Back into warrior two. Do that again. Slide, come into your reverse warrior. Look up. And then come into Parsvottanasana. Now take that top shoulder and the top ribs and move them back.
Second side.
What's that?
The second side.
Yes. Come on all the way back up into warrior two. Straighten out the front leg. Reach to your left and then come into your triangle pose. Create a straight line with both arms. Lift your sternum. Go a little deeper. Come on up into warrior two. Take your hands to your hips. Come into your forward bend. Take the hands to your mat. Walk your hands forward, just about 1 to 2 feet in front of your feet. Start to bring your weight forward over your knuckles, over your fingers, past your fingers. Lift your heels up and then set your heels down, moving your hips back. Moving your hips forward, coming up onto the balls of the feet, maybe even the toes, maybe even the tips of the toes, and then move the hips back. Do this a few more times. Activating the core each time you come forward and you lift up the heels. As though you were going to go right into a handstand. Whether or not you're close to that, doesn't matter. Now bring your hands back to your hip. Torso parallel to the floor. Elbows closer together, shoulder blades come together. Chest reaches forward. Crown of the head is forward. Come all the way up. Bring your feet together. Now from here, lift your heels up. Just float. Hover your heels above the mat. Shift your weight to one foot a little bit more. Back through center to the other. Keeping your hips or your heels lifted. Let's go from side to side here. And then come back to center. Keep your heels lifted. Lift your arms up overhead. Reach up. Lower the heels. Grab the right wrist. And lean over to your left. Come on back up. Center. Switch wrist. Lean to the other side. If your mind is a chatterbox, see if you can work on quieting it. Come on back up to center. Release the arms. Just roll your shoulders a few times. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Hold it up with both hands. Set it down. Other knee. Set it down. All right, come to the top of your mat. Hey Shannon, you have your big mat?
I have my big mat.
Yeah, okay. I was just wondering.
Oh no, double big mat on a carpet with a carpet pad.
You're
And I still use my blanket under my knees sometimes.
That's funny. All right, so top of the mat. What we're gonna do is we're gonna practice stepping back into a high lunge. Remember, when you step back, the heel does not come down, that back foot stays straight ahead, okay? So we're gonna do 3 on each side and then probably keep doing it. So step your right foot back and then step it forward. And work on stepping longer and slower each time. Squaring your hips forward, maintaining your balance, reaching your arms up eventually. Once you do 3 on one side, do it on the other. Work on getting your torso vertical. Now, next time you step back, step as slowly as you can. See how you do, and then you're going to do that on the other side. And then come to the front of your mat. Standing in Tadasana. Inhale the arms overhead. Look up. Back bend. Come into a forward bend. Gaze forward. Release your hands. Place them on the mat. Step your right foot back and your left. Lower your knees, your chin and your chest, and then your hips. Come into your cobra.
Uh-oh, low battery. My battery's low, I might have to leave.
Aw.
Have a good day.
I'll go get some electricity.
Okay, yeah, plug it in. And then come into your down dog. Now bend your knees and reach back as though you want to jump forward.
Again.
And you're not going to jump forward, but you're just as though you're going to jump forward. And then if you can see me, you're going to do this. As though you were going to jump forward, but you just land in plank. And then you're going to reach back into your down dog, bend your knees quite a bit, and then spring forward into plank. Just do that three times. Go into your down dog. Step your right foot forward, then your left foot. Open it up halfway. Release back down. Plant your hands once again. Step your left foot back, then your right. Come into downward dog. Slide forward into plank, lower your knees, lower your chin and chest, then push back up. And then do 4 more of those.
Do we lower down each time?
Yep. Yes, you can be on your knees. So you're doing 5 push-ups. And then after the last one, come into cobra and then downward dog. Tiny baby steps forward. All the way to your hands. Coming up halfway. Release back down, take the arms wide, come up all the way. Arms reach overhead, palms down in front of the hearts. Close your eyes. Just breathe here. Slow the breath down. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale into a forward bend. Open it up halfway. Release back down. Walk or jump back. Plank position. You can come into your choice for side plank. Lower the left knee, come into supported side plank, or just roll your heels to the left with legs straight. Lift your sternum. And then come back into plank pose. Lower down. Come into cobra. If you want to take it into up dog, just lift those legs up. Lift the knees up. And then back into your downward dog. Slide forward. Come into side plank or supported side plank on the other side. Come into plank, lower your knees, come into a child's pose. Bring your arms in a little bit, if not sweep them right behind you. Totally relax your shoulders. Now from your child's pose, sit back on your heels. So bring your torso vertical. I want you to scooch over to the right side of your mat. And then take your hips and lower them to the left. And then take your right leg and cross it over the left. And take your left arm and wrap it around. Grab your left wrist. Take that bottom foot out from underneath your glute. Just pull that knee in towards your left shoulder. Feel a stretch in that right glute. Take your right arm forward. Take it up. Open up, twist open. Set that hand back behind you, behind your spine if you can. And then twist to your right, pulling that knee in towards the left. Setting that right glute down. Lift your sternum. Continue to grow taller. Keep twisting, going a little bit deeper. Come back to center. Take this leg that's in front and on top. Let the foot lift up and take this bottom foot, walk it forward. Let this top knee drop down, flex this right foot, flex both feet so you don't have to think about which one. And you're coming into double pigeon, a variation of it, otherwise known as Lincoln log pose. Now,
Variation, Michael.
bring your lower back forward. If you really want to help yourself go deeper, take your hands back behind you and push yourself taller. That means your lower back's going forward more. If you have a knee situation on one leg, straighten that leg out. And actually, if you can, put a pillow underneath the knee. So flex that top foot a little bit more. If anyone is really flexible, you can start coming into a forward bend.
Oh, gee.
You can also take your hands on that top leg. You can press into the quad right above the knee. You can press into the ball of the foot. And you actually help to flex the foot more and help you go a little bit deeper. Come on back up. Take your hands back, lean back, release the legs forward. Straighten them out, move them around. Shake them out. All right, bend your knees. Take your right foot underneath. So we're going to the opposite side. And before we move that other leg, all you did right now is you took that right leg and you folded it underneath. So the right thigh should be parallel with the right edge of your mat. That's basically one of the ways you help align yourself. And then you cross the other leg over, the other foot comes to the floor. Wrap that right arm around, grab the right wrist, and just work this pose like we did the other one. Now begin to flex that foot that's tucked underneath. Start to bring your lower back forward. When you bring the lower back forward, the chest lifts up. You actually get taller. Reach the left arm forward and up and turn, twisting to the left. Take that hand back behind you. Plant it and work the pose more deeply. Once again, the lower back moves forward towards the belly button. So now it's at an angle. It's not just straight ahead. Go a little deeper. Sit up taller. Pull that knee in a little bit more. And then release back to front and center, allowing that leg to slip up. The right leg, ankle on the right quad. Right or left knee starts to lower. Flex both feet. Start to work the pose as it works for you. You can place your hands back behind you if you want. You can just take your arm, your left arm onto your left thigh. Walk that bottom foot forward a little bit. Lift your sternum by bringing your lower back forward. Back bend into this pose. If you have your hands back behind you, that is. Come into a forward bend. Start to lift up. Lean back. Take the legs out in front of you. Start to move them around. Now, this is what we're going to do from here. We're here. Let's say your feet are at the top of your mat. You're going to cross your legs. You're going to roll forward and come back into a plank pose and go through a vinyasa. I know, you can't believe I'm doing this. Come into your down dog and work it out. Any tightness you have, walk it out, pedal, move accordingly. Then from here, you can either walk your feet almost to the top of the mat or jump and then sit down. Take your legs wide. From here, I'll wait till y'all get set up. From here, take your right foot in. Heel to the groin and lean to your left. Keep your torso facing forward, but lean to the left. Reach that left arm, grab the ankle, the shin, or the foot. Keep the right shoulder, right ribs moving back. Take that right arm and reach it behind you and then up. And then towards that left foot. Make sure the arm and the shoulder don't come down and you're facing the floor. You're still facing straight ahead from where you started. Actually, take your hand behind your head. Move your head back, move your elbow back. Lift your sternum. Now reach the elbow towards that foot. Reach the hand, release the hand from behind the head and reach the hand. And then reach the arm up, away from you, and lift your torso up. Roll your shoulders. Extend that right leg out. Take your hands back behind you, move your hips forward and back. Circle your hips. Reverse direction. Take your left heel into your groin. Reach that right hand out, lean to the right. Now on this side, take your, we'll do it a little bit differently, some of it differently. Take your left hand to your left thigh. Press that left thigh down and away from you. Using the strength of both arms, you're pushing through the left and you're pulling through the right. Lift your sternum. Move the top ribs, the left ribs and left shoulder back. Start to look up. Keep lifting through the sternum. Take the left arm, reach it away from you and overhead. Take the hand behind the head and move the head back. Lifting the sternum. Leaning to the side a little bit more. Move that top elbow back. Reaching the hand towards the foot. Reach the arm up and bring yourself up. Open up the leg. Just come into full splits. Keep moving your pelvis forward till you're in a straight line.
Sure.
If you're flexible enough and you can lean forward without rounding, take your hands forward, probably just less than a foot in front of your legs. And if you're tight, keep your hands back here and start to move your torso side to side. You can circle it if you want. Now reverse direction. And then come on back up. Take your hands under your knees. Pull the knees up. Bringing the feet in. Take your hands back behind you, feet are together, and just windshield wiper your knees a little bit here. And then open up into butterfly. Pressing the knees down and away from you, pulling the lower back forward, lifting up, lengthening from tailbone to crown. Now, are you all able to grab toe lock from here?
Yes.
Mickey can, we can.
Right.
All right, float your feet up. Take them out. Bring them together. And out. Bring them together. Open them up. Bring your right heel into your groin. Keep it floating. Take it back out. Switch sides. Both of them at the same time. And again. Now bring them together. Pull. Lift them up higher. Let go of your hands and come into your boat. Come into half boat. Into full boat. Into your half boat again. Again, come up full boat. Half boat. Come up into your full boat, wrap your arms, stay floating. Come on down to your forearms. Legs stay lifted. And bring your legs at like 60 degrees. Lower the right leg, tap the heel, bring it back up, and switch. You can do both legs at the same time if you want. You can have bent knees. Now open up the legs and scissor. And flutter. And bring them in Come and sit up. Sit up tall. Take a moment. Breathe.
Anybody's abs from Tuesday?
What's that?
Did anybody's abs sore from Tuesday?
That's why I skipped Tuesday.
Ah. What did we do Tuesday? I don't remember.
Yeah.
We did abs.
Something that my abs are really remembering.
All right, so extend your legs out so your feet are at the edge of the mat and roll yourself down slowly. And come right into your Shavasana.
Oh, wow. My battery lasted.
And
Yeah.
Pat,
Great. Allow yourself to let go, finding some peace and some quiet in that mind by surrendering, bringing yourself to stillness. Move your fingers and wiggle your toes. Bend your elbows and draw your knees in. Roll to your right side. come on up to a seated pose. Bring your hands together to the heart. Give yourself a thank you for taking the time out of your day, for enjoying the relationship with your body, for quieting your mind for a few moments. Go out and bring some peace to others. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Good day, everyone.
Yeah, you too. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
See you Tuesday.